Hello. Oh, we are 3 minutes past start time. I didn't mean for that to happen. Um, I guess I'm the only person who actually pays attention to like the very exact time that I say that I'm starting stream. As long as I'm around there, it's not like I'm actually like clocking in for where I don't get in trouble if I don't start stream at 8. Um, Hello. I was making tea again. I feel like it's traditional to have some tea going for Hey Girlie Tuesday at this point. Um, so hi. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I need to like talk about before we start. Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh, I almost spilled my tea. Jesus. Um, uh, no. It's always like I clock in I clock in once again like it's my job, um, but like or like even if it was my job, which like it could be like I once again I'm not gonna get in trouble if I don't tune in on time. So very exciting that some of this will be new. Obviously, pretty like all of it is gonna be new to me. With NARA. Um, all I had seen was the first 3 dates. That's the most I've seen with any character. I've seen Tracker's first 3 dates. I think, yeah, we've seen Gertie's first three because for Gertie it's it's the duel in her in the at the EPR's club. Then it's the you run into her Basrars, and then it's the farmers market. And I like kind of past that, I assume things get a little more like romancy. Um, because none of those really feel quite like dates, more than you just kind of hanging out with her. But I guess you could say the same thing of like most of Kimberly's dates. um, but whereas like Nara, we are like in full date tour territory by the third date. Like y'all are horseback riding. That's a date for sure. Um, what else? I'm just staring at this tea bag, trying to see if my tea's ready yet. Um, Managed to take a sip without breaking my neck. Isn't that wonderful? Um, okay, yeah. So today we're gonna do the last four Nara dates. That's kind of been like the standard now. I'm trying to think how many do we have? How many? I could do the math on how many Hey Girlie streams we have left. So not including today, we would have two for Tracker, two for Gertie, and Delta! Hi! Oh my god, wait. Do I not have alerts turned on? Or is it just because I'm staring at it? My alert box should be on, although it would be underneath baby corner. Hold on. That's my friend. Um, but we should have. Yeah, I know. I know. Unfortunately, the one really sad thing, um, I think I've mentioned this on stream before, is I am a little bit sad that the timing of my streams that is like best for me and most motivational for me is a time that one of my bestest friends in the world cannot come and see my streams, because I know he would otherwise, because he used to come to all of my streams. But that is a good. What is not doing the. Oh, why are subs not set to alert? Hello? Bits can also alert. I don't know what that is. Okay, anyways. Um, that being said, so we have 5 Hey Girlie streams left, not counting today, because we have 2 for Tracker, 2 for Girlie, and 1 for the other secret route, which I've alluded to several times. I don't think my hints have been super subtle about what the other. We literally saw, I think, basically like a spoiler, because for some reason when we were doing the Kipper, Frost Kettle Bees, that's what they call it, route. It showed the icon for the other secret route near the end of it, and I was like, oh, that's a spoiler. But I think most people who are familiar with this game at this point know. Sorry, I was throwing away the tea bag. I mean, I can just say it. The other secret route is gonna be the Tracker NARA poly route. So that's what we have left. I think that's everything. Otherwise, unless they got really, really good at hiding something from me. The number of like secret endings that they said on the page is not consistent with the number that I knew there to be, but I think it also depends on how you count the like bad end. Like, do you count that as 2 endings, or do you count it as 1? Like, technically it is 2 endings, and which one of those is counted as the secret one then? I mean, I would think it would be the one where you're technically buddies date, but anyways, yeah, okay, let's just get started. I've been talking for long enough. Where am I? Oh, jeez. I have so many saves at this point. I think it's this. It better be. It's I usually always make it my last save.
Ring ring.
Usually it's always either the last one or the first one. Everything in the middle saves wise is usually not important for me. I almost never do multiple saves on a game unless it's a visual novel in which I know I'm gonna need to go back and redo stuff. Like, I don't do multiple saves unless it's strictly necessary, or unless the game just does multiple saves by default, which some games do. Okay. Yes, okay. Yeah, I forgot we're also at, like, literally full progress with Fig at this point, too. Weird thing where I accidentally... I accidentally am romancing Fig in the background. Just because I'm trying to do as few tracker dates as possible. And, so I'm avoiding the school, which is funny because she doesn't even go to our school. And avoiding school is getting me far with Fig. Because that just makes sense. Okay, I forgot what we're actually doing, though. Okay, yes, back at our house again. The few days after the last date, you look around your house and realize that you may or may not have been slacking on your chores. Sounds like Kristen. There's nothing in the fridge except for Jawbone's fuck-ass pate for dogs. You're out of ADHD meds again. Yay! Woo! I think I was the person who suggested that. I think I was the person who... Okay, so we talked a little bit, like, when we first started pitching, like, when we first started talking about the game, all of the teams got together and talked about, like, you know, all of the teams that were, like, for specific characters got together and were like, okay, like, what do we think, like, the plot beats of the route are gonna be, and, like, what's kind of some of our, like, consistent characterization with each of the characters. I wasn't super involved in the writing process, really, but one thing that I was involved with in the writing process is at the very start, giving an input on my kind of interpretation of Kristen's character. And, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm, like, an authority on it or anything, but people did seem to kind of be like, in every case, like, people wanted the voice actors or, like, the artists or whoever was working on each route, like, we were all allowed to pitch in, even if the writers were going to be doing the bulk of the writing work. But it kind of seemed a little bit like, especially people asked, the one thing that people really wanted for me, because people were really impressed for some reason by how much I managed to sound like Allie in my audition. People really wanted advice on, like, how, like, just me, like, giving some baseline tips on, like, Kristen's, like, speech patterns and mannerisms. But we also talked a little bit about, like, what's going on with Kristen post-junior year. And one of the suggestions I remember saying is that I think Kristen got diagnosed with ADHD. She's living with jawbone. Like, I think after junior year, there's no way she's, like, jawbone isn't having her, you know, go to somebody for that. So, yeah, that was part of it too, is, so I mentioned that I think maybe she would end up with an ADHD diagnosis, because we all know Kristen Applebees has ADHD, that's just a given. So that was put into this line right here, because that was written down on her little, like, the little, like, blurb that we typed out for, like, reference beforehand, that she would have, been diagnosed with that, during the summer, probably. So, yay! Yay, Kristen! Anyways, and you have so much mail on your doorstep that isn't addressed to you or anyone you know. You may have fucked up a little. And to make matters worse, NARA is coming over. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, this has not happened in a while. I haven't had to do this in a bit. Okay, hold on. Honey, you wanna come in? Hey, not on the desk. Okay, yes. You can be wherever you want, just don't be on the desk, honey. I've been trying to get Josie to not be on the desk anymore, because I am sick of cleaning out cat hair from my keyboard. But yeah, she's here. It's been a while since she's popped in. Look, part of it is that she was extremely obsessed with a box in the hallway for like a solid week. There was my mom makes Costco runs pretty frequently with one of her friends, and the two of them always bring home some sort of cardboard box for Josie, because Josie loves boxes. Oscar does not like boxes. Oscar fucking hates boxes. I think I've mentioned this before. Oscar's kind of like claustrophobic. But Josie, hi, yes, honey. She loves a box. And so there was a box that was brought that had like a roof to it. So it was just like, it was like perfectly like cat house shaped. And she lived in that box for like a week. So she could not give a shit if she heard me like talking or whatever, like she normally does. Like, she didn't want to come into the room. She just wanted to be out in the hallway sleeping in her box. Sleeping and licking herself in her box. But she's over the box now. She doesn't care about the box anymore. The box was a phase. Anyways, okay. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like Costco has so many. Costco boxes are perfect for cats. And like, it's gotten to the point. First, they just did it so that they could like bring home something to like carry shit in. And then they realized that Josie liked the boxes, and now they specifically try to seek out like boxes to bring back that are like, that she'll like. You know? Like, now the box is for Josie more than it is for anything else. Anyways. And to make matters worse, NARA is coming over. This wouldn't be a bad thing, but she's absolutely gonna see what a disaster you are, and maybe never want to hang out with you again.
So that's
You can practically see the disgusted look on her face now as she tries to think of a compliment that's actually a thinly veiled request to leave as soon as possible. You're doomed. And then the stupid doorbell rings. Fuck! Kristen! You're absolutely doing it on purpose at this point, aren't you? She smiles coyly. She's absolutely doing this on purpose. Kristen, how dare you? I respect all cultural names. It might take me a second to pop back into the accent, but I got it. My name is not Silesian, which is why I do not respect it. How did you make that noise with your mouth? Elvish is such a rich and complicated language, Kristen. It would do you well to appreciate it once in a while. This is good, this is good. Distracting her from the wreck that is your house is the play right now, and you are going for it. May I enter? Only if you solve my errands 3. Solve my errands 3? That's not how errands work. You know that's not how errands work. Even NARA knows that's not.
Sorry?
What is an errand? Is that like a riddle of some sort? Saved. Yeah, it's like a scavenger hunt of shit you have to do. NARA looks at you softly. She can see through your bullshit with ease. Kristen, I am no stranger to falling short of one's commitments. You're not, but you're a princess? She laughs slightly, but the smile does not quite reach her eyes. I did not say I was a particularly good princess. That's a hard word to say with a British accent. You fall into an uneasy silence, processing perhaps one of the first genuinely vulnerable things she said to you in a while. No matter, let us scavenge, was it? Where to first? You check the ever-increasing pile of sticky notes and gentle reminders Jawbone has so helpfully slid under your door. Let's hit up the post office first. Jawbone's already about 5 issues of Playboy behind, and he might kill me if I make it 6. He loves those double spreads with the newest model of ball, TM. How did you make that sound with your mouth? The world may never know. Okay, let's go. You practically drag Nara away from the banner, silently praying that she didn't see most of the mess. For what it's worth, she doesn't mention it as you both head to the mall, but you're not sure how much of that is just her being polite. The two of you navigate the labyrinth that is the Elm Valley Mall and finally enter the post office. Why? Do other people have post offices in their malls? Is that like a thing? That's not where my post office is. I would, like, okay, like in a strip mall, perhaps. But a strip mall is not like a regular mall. A strip mall is like a incidental mall, you know what I mean? Like, it just, you know. But like an indoor mall where they've, like, planned all of the things that should go there with, like, the thought process of, like, this is a mall, you know? I mean, I assume there's some thought process behind a strip mall, but, like, not as so much as, like, making an entire indoor mall. You try very, very hard not to think about how she held your hand the entire way. You fail. Big time. Kristen, is there a minotaur contained within this mall? Its labyrinthian qualities suggest the beast may lurk at the center of this construction for the damned. Claire's Cinnabon, the post office. Yeah, post office right next door to the Cinnabon. Best smelling post office you've ever encountered. What do we have here? Oh my god, Kitty in the pear box. Oh my, that cat's eyes match the color of those pears perfectly. Those are some pear-colored eyes. Not unless you count the loyal customers of the Fantasy Hot Topic. You give a friendly nod and a wave to Bud Covey, who waves back as he puts packages into lockboxes on the far side of the room.
Not cool.
It really doesn't take long to walk up to the counter, ask for your lockbox key, and load up the embarrassingly large pile of boxes, magazines, and envelopes into a bag. You'd wonder why you put this off for so long, but then you remember that you're kind of super all over the place all the time. if it had other people's stuff in there, why was no one else doing? I guess it's the idea of like it was Kristen's job, and so like, you know, like you don't like, you know, it was Kristen's job, and if somebody else does it for Kristen, then Kristen's gonna get used to the idea that somebody will pick up her slack for her, and yeah, I can relate. I can relate from both ends of it. That is a considerable amount of mail. Yes. Is it always like this? It is when you wait 2 months between pickups. NARA hums. She thumbs thoughtfully. NARA hums thoughtfully. You must have had a very busy couple of months to have accumulated so many parcels. Not particularly. I'm just kind of lazy. It's hard to do my chores when I'm supposed to. I can sympathize. In Falinel, I similarly neglected many of my royal duties due to my indolence, and my family would pay the price. In truth, part of the reason I am studying here is to escape my father's frustrations with me. You can relate to complicated family dynamics. Share the pain. Hey, I get it. Sometimes family can be tough. Lots of people expecting lots of things from you, and it's like, I don't know, it's hard to catch a break. And it builds and builds and builds till you don't want anything but to get away from it all. But sometimes you meet people who give you the space to figure out if what people expect from you is actually what you want, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't, and they love you anyway. And if they don't, fuck them.
That's unexpected.
NARA smiles, eyes wet. Well, I cannot be quite so cavalier about my own bloodline. I do understand what you mean, and in a perfect world, I would agree wholeheartedly. Thank you, Kristen. You have given me much to consider. If our business is concluded here, shall we move on? Yeah, okay, let's go pick up my meds next. That'll help me a lot, probably.
I turn invisible.
Your stomach churns as you remember all the prescription refill notifications and emails and calls, and it is way past time to pick them up. It's not like living without them is the reason you're such a disaster right now, but it definitely doesn't help. Oh no! Are you sick? Perhaps I can heal you. It's, not really something you can cure with a healing spell. Do you know what ADHD is? NARA hums in thought. Probably not. I am not sure we have one HD in Falinel, let alone 80 of them. Is this perhaps related to the Silesian device commonly known as a TV? Do you have an allergy, perhaps? Man, is she cute when she doesn't know things. Not exactly. Actually, not even a little bit. Basically, it's like some of the parts of my brain don't work the same way as other people, so it makes it harder to pay attention to stuff, or remember the things I have to do, or break away from the things I want to do. Are these not mere quirks of personality? I have often been described as one who embarks on flights of fancy or, outward zones. Zoning out? That is what I said. Yeah, I mean, if it's just a normal amount, then it's just who you are. But if it's like ruining your life by making the people you care about the most completely unable to rely on you for anything, you trail off. You really didn't mean to say that, but it sure is out there. You hope she doesn't think you suck now. Fuck, what if she thinks you suck now? She's studying your face and looking at you almost pityingly, which might be even worse than thinking you suck. But Kristen, you have accomplished so much with your party. They must have relied on you countless occasions to keep them alive. Are you quite sure you have this ADHD? That's, actually a pretty good point. I do have a doctor's note, though. The 5G horse. Oh no. NARA would believe that's real, and she would be Kristen, we have to find the horse of 5Gs. What do the G's stand for, Kristen? One must assume that 1G certainly must stand for galloping, but the other 4 I am unsure about. Perhaps gallivanting? Perhaps gregoriousness? Perhaps glee, as that is what a horse makes me feel. You dig through your pockets and grab an embarrassingly crumpled piece of paper that says doctor's note. If you can read this, you have ADHD. It's in the doctor's own handwriting, though, so you kind of can't actually read it. Nara gasps. Kristen, I can read the note. Do I have ADHD? Maybe. You'll have to get your own doctor's note, though. It's kind of illegal for me to give you mine. Is that how they diagnose you in Solace? They just hand you a doctor's note and that's it?
I'll add this to my research.
I see. Much to consider. You, characteristically, weren't paying attention to where you two were walking, so it's as much of a surprise to you as anyone to find you've actually made it to the pharmacy. Before you can make it inside, though, someone barrels directly into you with a massive package of medications and the gnarliest case of owlbear pox you've ever seen. It's Girlie. Of course it is. He bows his head at you, in shame or in recognition you cannot tell, and you give him an awkward little wave in return.
Ugh.
That strange elven man has less hair than he should, and far more stains. Yeah, that's Girlie. Oh, we try not to worry about it. Also, as a general rule, maybe don't point out things you don't like about people's appearances in public. God, I wish they had given Girlie a line so I could do my best Girlie voice. I don't even know what that would sound like. Picking up your medication is pretty easy. You stand in a line, the lady rings you up, and now you have your pay attention pills. You can't imagine any reality in which the system for obtaining them is any more complicated than that. Oh no. Kristen, I envy you.
Yeehaw!
Hooray for fantasy Ritalin. Nara squints at the label. It reads, if you take these, you have ADHD still, but with fewer symptoms.
I wonder.
I see now what you mean by no cure. This package clearly states you will still be afflicted, even after you have taken the medicine. The medicine. I should say it medicine, like they do in Ratfish. Yeah. You play up your sadness for pity points. If you play up your sadness for pity points, you feel like she might love you more. This is how relationships work, right? It's not curable, but it gets more manageable with practice.
Fascinating.
Nara's eyes sparkle hopefully. Is it? Truly? Do you have coaching to manage your ailment? I go to a therapist, if that's what you mean. She helps me with strategies and reminders and stuff. Joblin's been reading up on it too. And my party, of course, Riz put a whole bunch of alarms on my crystal for classes and clubs and stuff. You know, ironically, Kristen, the second most likely party member to have ADHD. You trail off, fondly thinking about all the people in your life that make living like this easier for you. Riz is just a person with ADHD who has figured out, like, he is, like, min-maxed all of the coping mechanisms. He's like, no, I'm fine, because if I set 30 different alarms, I'll remember all of the stuff I need to do. Like, like, Riz is the person whose office is, like, his office is a mess, and he's like, if you move anything, I will bite you, because I know exactly where all of it is, and I have a system, just because it looks bad. Yeah, if I tattoo all of these clues literally on me, then I won't forget them. Whoa! Man, I'm really lucky. This would be a lot harder without support. Nara's expression turns indecipherable.
We are rather
It's-
alike.
Yes, it seems it would be. You turn to leave the pharmacy and are instantly interrupted by an all too familiar chanting from within Nara's pocket. Ah, I have received a text message on my crystal. I am becoming ever more popular these days.
Oh my.
You watch as Nara's face knits into an expression of confusion, then concern. Kristen, we need to return to the post office at once.
Sweet
She turns her screen to face you. On it is a message from an unknown number. Not a scam at I promise not spire. USPS, United Solid Postal Service package has arrived at the warehouse and cannot be delivered due to incomplete address information. Please confirm your address to the link. This is so obviously a scam. You take some time to give her a good crash course on scams, fraud, and phishing. Smishing? And Nara seems to understand. It appears you have come to my rescue once again. Then she gives you a tiny little kiss on the cheek. Aw, cute. You're not blushing even a little bit. This is a lie. You're blushing so much. Anyway, time to go to... That voice line is also funny because I was definitely doing a thing where, like, Kristen's voice goes up an octave. But it was me starting to speak at my normal octave and then going down to the Kristen register, because I do Kristen's voice a little lower than mine, so... Where are you going to go next? Home, probably. You can't think straight anymore.
Until next time.
Time to go home. Someone's calling.
Ring, ring.
Wow, someone looks happy. I had such a good time. What did you do? Go to a fancy restaurant? Watch a nice movie? Look at the stars, but realize the real stars are in each other's eyes and kiss? Close. We ran some errands. Errands? Yeah, I thought I was gonna hate it because errands suck, but, like, I don't know. They were easier when she was there, too. More fun. Plus, I feel like we actually have a lot in common. Aww. Okay. Let's do home. Oh shoot, this is Tracker. I've only managed to actually avoid Tracker once.
You got this. Cool. Okay. You got it. Howdy there. I turn invisible. I knew you liked me. Okay. So that's, I'm here if you need. Hey, a cowboy. Hey, a stranger. Yes, you. Sorry, what was that? So that's, yeah. Galikea, help me. I really miss this. They're real
Okay. Once again, continuing to end up doing every single fig day.
Dude! Name! Please don't embarrass me. Blimey. Fuck! I'm sorry, what? That's so fucked up. Okay then. Yo, Fig! Oh, babe. Am I okay?
I wonder if I should turn the
So inspired.
turn the sound back up. Because I turned it down last stream because the music in one shot was kind of loud. Okay.
And then I escaped. Oh, hi, Kristen. I missed you. Hey. Sorry. Ooh la la.
All right.
So that.
Okay. I think she's just going to show up at your house again. Watch out. You're kind of just sad at home. Your last date with Nara ended without deciding what to do this week, so you're just here. Should you text her? Should you call her? Should you send her a messenger pigeon? Maybe that's how they communicate in Valinel. Or maybe she's here right now. You open the door, but it's just a regular mailman with a regular mail. Wait, who's that with the pointy ears behind the mailman?
Kristen.
Kristen! You see the upper half of Nara's head peer out from behind the mailman, who's a few inches shorter than her. Nara, I didn't know you had a job. Oh no, I was simply using the postman as a clever disguise to surprise you. Did you like it? The mailman starts to look a little sheepish, wedged between the two of you. You don't blame him. I loved it. I would also love if you had my mail. No, I just paid this man to stop in front of your house so I could execute my cunning plan. So true. You could have dressed up like a mailman instead, though, and also have my mail. Maybe a sexy mailman. Kristen, if I ever wear those shorts with that shirt, I am under the effects of an enchantment most sinister, and you must assassinate me at your earliest convenience. Got it. Want to come in? Yes, please. Nara steps around the mailman, freeing him from his social prison, and enters the manor. So, what do you want to do today? I am so glad you asked. There is something I need to prepare you for. What's that? Meeting my parents.
Sorry, what was that?
Well, we have been courting for over a month now. Yeah, but...
It's like my papa
as such,
always says.
my parents want to meet you eventually, and when they do, I think it best we start developing your etiquette skills, because right now, you have none. There's a lot to unpack there.
Okay.
How do you know I have no etiquette? Maybe I have a shit ton of etiquette that you don't know about. Kristen, I can see the protein bar wrapper emerging from your left pocket. That's a fluke. A one-time mistake. And the one in your right pocket.
I turn invisible.
Whoops. Maybe she has a point. No comment. You'll admit nothing. You have rights. Where the fuck is your attorney? Shall we get started? She marches into the living room before you have a chance to answer and pulls a briefcase out of her infinitely large pockets. She opens it to reveal an abundance of cutlery, several yards of fancy-looking fabric, and a small stack of plates. And yeah, okay, you can see how if she was expecting all this, the diner might have been a little underwhelming. Let us begin. Nara swiftly arranges everything on your coffee table by the couch and beckons you over. You gingerly obey, hoping she doesn't notice how extremely dirty the tablecloth is getting where it touches the floor. It's fine. She's so rich she probably only uses any of this stuff once before replacing it with even fancier stuff. I hope you appreciate the family heirlooms I am borrowing from the royal castle for this task. Uh-oh. Now, can you name any of these utensils? You look at the honestly baffling array in front of you. You point at one utensil. Fork. You point at another. Fork. You point at a third. Spoon. You point at a fourth. This is a lobster hammer, I think. That is a plate. You point at a fifth.
Slimy.
How did you get on the table without me noticing? Another plate, but reflective, an easy mistake to make. Okay, well, I'm sure at least one of these first ones was a fork, so that's a point for me, right? No.
Ugh.
Kristen, do you know how to eat without using your bare hands? Oh my god. Roasting her. Pretty sure you don't need any of that for a protein bar. Did you emerge from the womb grasping a protein bar betwixt your fingers? A corn cup, actually. Allegedly. That's how my parents said they found out I was chosen by Helio himself. But, darling, you worship Cassandra, not Helio. The cowgirls make do.
I wonder.
I see. Should I hold classes for Silesian cowgirls to learn about etiquette then?
Right.
No, wait. Individual lessons, please. You don't want to share Nara with a random Silesian cowgirls. They might be cooler than you. No, I'm sure they're fine. Just me is good, thanks. Wonderful. I shall enjoy these solo lessons. Yeah, me too for sure, yes. Let us start with utensils then. Nara takes a very long, very deep breath before launching into the longest list of forks you've ever heard. Bread fork, a fork designed for serving bread from a basket or tray. Carving fork, a two-pronged fork used to hold meat steady while it is being carved. They are often sold with carving knives or slices as part of a carving set. Chip fork, a two-pronged disposable fork usually made of wood or plastic designed for the eating of French fries, chips, currywurst, and or other greasy or sauce-covered takeaway foods. Chip forks range from 7.5 to 9 centimeters, aka 3 to 3.5 inches long. Nork, lemon fork for the tea service. Pickle fork, a long-handled fork used for extracting pickles from a jar. The fork has an overall length of 5.5 to 8 inches, 140 to 200 millimeters, and 2 or 3 narrow tines. Salad fork, similar to a regular fork, but maybe shorter or have one of the outer tines shaped differently. Often a salad fork is the silverware service of some restaurants, especially chains, may simply be a second fork, Conversely, some restaurants may omit it, offering only one fork in their service. Socket fork, a utensil with tines at the end of the stem and a spoon at the other. It was used to eat food that would otherwise be messy to eat, such as items preserved in syrup. The tine end would spear the item, while the other end could be used to spoon the syrup. Terrapin fork, a spoon with flat tines used for some soups, see spork. Toasting fork, a fork usually having two tines, very long metal shaft, and sometimes an insulating handle for toasting food over coals or an open flame. Oh, that is way too much for your ADHD-riddled brain to handle. Now, which fork would you use to eat salad? The salad fork.
How
Brilliant!
wonderful!
Next, which fork would you use to eat crab? Crab fork. Right again, I could not be prouder. Now, which fork would you use to eat a protein bar covered in syrup?
So inspiring.
Oh, you've got this on lock. Easy, the protein bar covered in syrup fork. You wait to be showered with praise again, but Nara isn't applauding for you. Why isn't she applauding for you? Oh dear, do you want to try again, perhaps? Ah, shit, it's a different fork, huh? I'm sorry, babe, I have no idea.
Oh.
Nara's face falls, but she tries not to let it show. Wow, this must mean a lot to her. No matter, it is a rarely used fork. I merely wish to test your aptitude. You feel a strong urge to at least feign interest. Well, what's the right answer? Nara perks up a little. You really want to know? Of course, I want to learn about the things you like. Well, it is called the sucket fork. Suck it. Oh, great, I'll try to remember it next time. Shall we move on?
Sweet.
There's
Sandra.
more. Of course, I underwent many years of etiquette lessons before I mastered the art of manners. Did the little man teach you? Oh god, I forgot about the little man.
It's like my papa always says.
Of course not, silly. The little man only knows what he has been paid to learn. Now, on to seating. Aren't your parents supposed to tell us where to sit? That would be true for larger functions. Unfortunately, this dinner is designed to be a test of your social awareness and maturity. I am sure you have the ability to pass with flying colors. Yeah, I'm a big girly. I can do this. Yes, you can. Alright, now where you sit in relation to my parents depends on your relationship to them. If I have no relationship with them, do I sit on the floor? Not unless you wish to be seen as an animal. If I want to have a relationship with your parents, can I sit really close to them? How close? You scoot yourself forward on the couch so that your nose is almost touching Nara's nose. She blushes a little. It's very cute.
Milady.
This close?
Nope. Doesn't work.
Absolutely not. Well, unless you want to imply an incredibly untoward desire for relations with them.
How you?
Which I hope you do not, for my sake. Don't worry, you're the only fat Lela something or other I want to have relations with. I mean, what was the question? Where would you sit at the dining table with my parents and myself? Next to you, heart emoji.
Darling.
Nara's cheeks are bright red. Kristen, that was a perfect answer. You are truly a model student.
So inspired.
What can I say? I'm just that good. Oh, you have the perfect catchphrase to use here. Buzz it. If you finish that word the way I think you are going to finish that word, this date is over. Oh man. Darling, I fear you are not blossoming in this lesson as much as I had hoped. How much do you think I'm blossoming? None. If anything, you are wilting. Does wilting maybe mean something different in Elven than it does in Common? No. I recommend we try the art of roleplay.
Cool.
Great, who are we playing? I will play the role of my parents, and you will play the role of someone who knows how to behave appropriately in public.
Oh, of course.
Fuck, it seems like you weren't nailing this as well as you
Never mind
thought. This is your chance, the one moment to prove yourself worthy of Nara and this relationship. Kristen really thought she was talking about a different kind of roleplay, huh? Okay, yeah, sure, let's start.
Ugh.
Nara's expression immediately changes, becoming far colder and more distant. She looks down at you. Welcome to our castle, Miss Applebees. I would introduce myself, but I assume our reputation precedes me. That and the servants outside the door that announce our entrance. Please, Miss Applebees is my mother. Call me Kristen. I mean Kristen. Yeah, just call me Kristen. Nara doesn't seem as amused as you'd like her to be, or talkative. She's really locked in on this whole roleplay thing, huh? This is the part where you kneel. Ah, right, kneeling. Something you definitely knew about. Is this a royal thing? Did she want you to propose? Maybe you have to propose to Nara's mom so you can get her blessing to propose to Nara, eventually. You drop to one knee.
Or something?
Sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to bring a ring. Nara extends her hand. And why would you need that to kiss my hand? Right, you gingerly take her hand and kiss it. You have no idea whether you're doing any of this right, and Nara's face isn't giving anything away. And now rise. You stand up and successfully resist the urge to blush. Do you like it when she orders you around? You probably shouldn't think about it. Naradriel has not told me much about you. Has she at least told you good things about me? Yes. That is the least promising silence you've ever heard. Nara's mom is for sure lying. This is great news for you, someone who's famously good at first impressions. So tell me, what makes you a suitable match for my daughter? Wow, that was fast. Good thing you have an answer. Oh, you don't? Well, better come up with one quickly. I like her and she likes me, I guess. That's all you really need in a relationship. Nara's mom nods in a way that you assume says, I don't respect this answer because it's clearly wrong, but it's the answer I expect a solution to give, so I will begrudgingly accept it.
Nat 20.
Score! Very well. Our pre-dining pleasantries have concluded. You're not sure you would call that experience pleasant? You kind of spent the whole time being stared down by Nara's mom in a way that makes you feel like you're under a microscope. It's uncomfortable, to say the least.
So that's,
If it's this scary
yeah.
with Nara impersonating her parents, you can't help but quake in your little cowboy boots as you wonder how it compares to the real thing. Please, to the table. Sit. While you were talking, it looks like Nara's unseen servants had set your coffee table for 4. 2 faint, illusory elves are seated across from each other. They look like Nara and her father. You remember what you were taught and dutifully take your place next to Hollow Nara. Real Nara, who is currently her mom, nods with a hint of pride and sits across from you. Oh, you're so good at etiquette. Who's the best at etiquette? You're pretty sure it's you. Do you enjoy salad, Miss Applebees? I am told this particular dish is quite popular in Solace, especially among its more muscular citizens, such as yourself. For a second, you start sweating. Nara knows you live on protein bars and excessive dairy, which, as far as she's aware, has a perfectly reasonable medical explanation, and she wants you to eat leaves? Like green ones? And then you get a grip and remember that, right, this is a manners test, and it's all pretending you don't actually have to eat a leaf, probably. Yeah, but you will when the actual dinner happens, girl. Okay? Eat your leaves. You steal your nerves and look down, then immediately black out for a few seconds as your brain struggles to register the sheer volume of utensils on your table. As you regain consciousness, you manage to maintain focus on the hollow salad in the middle of your plate. Cool. Cool. You can do this. You know your forks. Well, at least 2 of them. And you remember this one. You pick up the salad fork with confidence. When you look back up, Nara's mom is wearing a small, proud smile. Hell yeah. For a minute, you just kinda mime eating the illusory salad. You feel a little silly, but it's also making Nara happy, so you try not to ham it up too hard. If you can read this note, you're pretending to have lactose hypertolerance, Kristen. This is your doctor. Order something else. Good salad. Great salad. My compliments to the chef. You are quite welcome. And then she just sits there, hands folded. You get the impression you're maybe supposed to put your fork back somewhere. Your hand hovers over the plate. Nara's mom's eyebrows raise. You move it to a random empty spot on the table. The eyebrow continues its ascent. Those knives look so lonely. Maybe your fork could join them, and after living an emotionless existence, bound to duty for so long, they could feel something for the first time in their lives. They could feel love. Nope, the eyebrow has somehow disappeared into her hair. You end up swapping your own fork out for another fork, which you just sort of hold in your hand? You know, it's maybe probably almost definitely not the right answer, but you're all out of guesses.
Tragic.
You look back up, and all coldness has vanished from Nara's expression, which would be a small victory except for the fact that she looks like she might cry. Her bottom lip is wobbling dangerously, and even though she still looks very, very cute, you feel so bad. You switch the forks back apologetically. Sorry.
I was just kidding.
Are you even trying? Huh? Nara's teary expression is replaced by anger more quickly than you can process.
How very...
I said, are you even trying? I thought you were, but then did you even listen to anything I just said? Of course I did, Nara. This is careening wildly out of control. You may have drastically underestimated your fork up. Fork. Wait, this is not the time, Applebees. Get it together. Your girlfriend is in crisis.
You wound my heart.
Nara sighs and composes herself. This emotional roller coaster is starting to give you whiplash. I fear I've made a mistake. Oh, so was I right about the fork, or... No, you were not. That was not my mistake. I think that perhaps this was a mistake. She's gesturing around the air as if, oh, it's you. You're the mistake. Where do you even go from here? Today wasn't a mistake. I'm sorry I fucked up. I'm just not used to all these rules. That's not how I do things, really. Nara looks like she's trying to wrestle like 5 different emotions. You hope anger isn't one of them, but you really can't be sure. She did just yell at you about forks.
This is how you people live?
That is a fair point. Your country is rather lawless. Oh yeah, it's a fun way to live, but it doesn't help so much with fork stuff. Doesn't make me like an impressive date or whatever, so I'm still sorry. Thank you for apologizing and for trying. I know what I ask of you does not come naturally. Of all people, I should be understanding of this, like you were, when I arrived here. Whoa, wait, you want to be more like me? Believe me, I am as surprised as you are. Then Nara scrunches her face for a very long time, in the way that you have come to recognize as her thinking very hard about something important. You wait in silence, and surprisingly, it's not an uncomfortable one. It seems I did make a mistake, but not the one I thought I had. This is not easy for me to say, Kristen, and I cannot leave this room. Do you understand? You nod and try not to panic. Is she pregnant? You haven't even kissed her, but you also fell asleep in humanoid biology, so maybe this is how elves work. Oh, Cassandra, did you get your maybe, hopefully, girlfriend elf pregnant? Suddenly, her face twists in a way that looks like she's trying to swallow a brick. Is she okay? Is this a symptom of elf pregnancy? Did she eat a brick when you weren't looking? I apologize for my outburst. Okay, she did not eat a brick. Kind of a shame, really. Bricks are like the protein bars of construction, but no, it's just a good old apology. No big deal, babe. I get it. Seriously, if I were in your shoes, I would probably kill for a chance to have my girlfriend impress my parents. She blushes for a second when you say girlfriend, but then her face scrunches up in adorable confusion.
Oh my.
Kristen, darling, you would not fit in my shoes. Don't laugh, don't laugh. You know she gets self-conscious about not understanding idioms. Don't laugh. You laugh a little. Damn it.
I'll add this to my research.
I see. It was an expression. Yeah, don't worry, babe. Babe. Yeah, don't worry, babe. Your shoe collection is safe around me. Thank you. Thank you for everything I mean to say. For doing all of this, even though it is deeply unfamiliar to you. She fiddles nervously with her friendship bracelet. It's very sweet that she's still wearing it. You kind of want to kiss her about it. But this seems like maybe not the moment, and also like it maybe isn't the point of a friendship bracelet. But man, are you gay, and man, is she cute.
Oh.
Do you resent me? Well, that pops your hazy little bubble of lesbianism pretty quickly. Huh? Do you resent me, Kristen? Why would I? All afternoon I've been making attempts to mold you into a version of yourself my parents might approve of. I need that approval if we're to have any future, but the version of you that they would enjoy is polite and demure and proper and aware of what a socket fork is. Their ideal version of you would have table manners and speak in Elvish and have a posture to this that does not look like a shrimp doing a somersault. You suddenly become very, very intensely aware of just how wiggly your spine is. You straighten up a bit and Nara gives you a little smile.
Okay.
So, am I getting any better at it? The etiquette stuff? Or do you just think we're kind of doomed? You are doing your best. Okay, ouch, you thought you were getting the hang of things at least a little. But darling, that is what I enjoy about you. Your pedigree may leave much to be desired, but you care, and you try. You may be the most sincere person I have ever met, Kristen Applebees. You did not change a single you did not change a single thing about yourself before I fell for you just as you are. My parents have high expectations for my suitors, but to me, you are easy to love. I only wish... She trails up, but you think you understand. Say nothing, just hug her. You open her arms and Nora practically collapses into you. It feels familiar in a way, even if the two of you have never hugged like this before. You hear her sniffle a little bit into your shoulder. Is it weird to notice that she smells really, really good? Like vanilla and lavender. Princesses, man. Hey, it's okay. You're okay. I gotcha. You rib small circles into her back, the way your mom used to do when you had nightmares as a kid. After a moment, Nora straightens up and composes herself, nodding at you gratefully. Her eyes are a little red and your shirt is a little wet. You don't mention it.
Oh, goodness.
Despite what my parents may think of you, and perhaps despite my better judgment, I really do like you, Kristen. Yay? And also ouch, but mostly yay. I like you too. Like, a lot. Like, a lot. And actually, I've kind of been thinking, yes, that weird olive salad from earlier made me kind of hungry. Not for a salad, but kind of like, what I'm trying to say is, do you want to come to my house maybe again and I can make us dinner? Nara blinks, pauses, processes your insane jumble of words that you had to get out of your head right then immediately before you chickened out, and smiles.
How wonderful.
I would love to come to your house again, and also you can make us dinner. And maybe also watch a movie.
Yeah. Wow.
And maybe also watch a movie. And maybe even teach me some elvish cusses. Do not push your luck, darling.
Yeah.
Dinner and a movie it is.
Until the moon shines favorably
Stupendous.
upon our next meeting, I will keep you in the depths of my heart and soul alike, Kristen Applebees.
Such a long voice, lad. Someone's calling.
Ring, ring.
Wow, an ambush. Are you okay? Somehow, yeah, I actually am. Really? Yeah, elf practice. Oh my god. Oh my god. It was elf practice. Guys, she took us to elf practice. Elf practice was hard at first, but I learned a lot about Nara, and I really want to see her again. Sounds like you're pretty serious about her. I think I am, and I think Nara feels the same way. I hope she does. Aw, Kristen, that's surprisingly sincere. I am so proud of... And get this, I didn't even have to eat a leaf because it was hollow cellar the whole time. And there's the nonsense I know and love. Proud of you anyway. Also, maybe eat a vegetable once in a while? Never.
Yo.
Hey, Kristen.
So that's...
What?
Yeah. Sweet.
Oh, Kristen. Okay. Hell yeah.
So that's, yeah.
Okay.
I may need to microwave my tea
Sorry,
at
what
some
was
point.
that?
I know this happens whenever I bring tea to a stream, but...
Let's, cool, sick.
I need one of those, like, heated mugs that keeps the drink the
You've got
consistent
my full-
temperature.
Oh.
Or maybe just a
I
thermos.
didn't expect to feel like this. Rockin' this fucking. Oh, Kristen.
Nat 20. I turn invisible.
Just because I have one girlfriend. I didn't expect it.
No, I do not have my tea fork with me. You know what? You're so right. That was a real... I overlooked that.
Fuck!
Okay.
That would have kept my drink warm.
So that's cookie. Let's
The tea fork is just a fork you put into the microwave until it's superheated, and then you take the tea fork, and whenever your tea is cooling down, you use the tea fork to put the tea fork inside of your tea, and then it heats your tea back up. Because obviously you can't touch the tea fork on its own because it's superheated. You understand.
Hey, a string.
Whoa, that was so hot, babe.
Oh god, this is a tracker one that I haven't done yet.
Oh,
Speeding through it.
well.
I really did not properly accomplish my do as few tracker dates as possible.
This is where I come here. I really missed this.
God, I hate that lip bite spray.
So not.
I really missed.
Okay,
Cool.
fair time, yay.
Yeehaw!
NARA time. Aimless wandering, your favorite. All these choices seem a little overwhelming, so walking around and taking everything in before you actually try something seems like the best option. Strolling around the fair, you absorb all the sights and sounds, and smells, so many smells, around you. And as you walk, you notice someone else has the same strategy as you.
Hi, Nara.
NARA, hey!
Hello, darling.
Kristen, hello! I didn't know you were gonna be here. The feeling is mutual. I'd assumed you'd grown tired of coming to the same event every year. For a brief moment, you consider lying about having zero fair experience, setting off a chain of events that will inevitably lead to some kind of fair rodeo where you have to defend your honor and your life. Luckily, you choose not to. Growth. Actually, I've never been to one of these before. My family always thought the fair was sinful, and when I arrived at Eggford, I was always too busy. Nara claps excitedly.
How wonderful!
Wonderful! This can be a new experience for both of us. Do you not have fairs in Falinel? We do, but they have very many differences from those you have in Solace. Like what? Oh, far too many to count. I'd be happy to point them out to you as we peruse the wares of this fine fair. Nara links arms with you and drags you off in a random direction. You eventually figure out how to angle her towards the animal section, rows upon rows of farm animals separated by sturdy wooden fences. So, do you have animals in Falinelvan fairs? Probably not, right? Well, we do, but it's nothing like this.
So that's,
Yeah, you probably all have all kinds
yeah.
of weird fantasy creatures. Indeed, Falinel has many majestic creatures, the most popular of which is quite the attraction at fairs. Many breed them to refine their appearances, and while they tragically lack the gift others of their kind possess, their striking features make them a highly coveted creature among the wealthy. Yes, it truly is a pity you will never get the chance to see a chicken.
so inspiring.
No, we have those. No, you do not. You point at the closest pen, which conveniently houses a chicken. See? Chicken.
Oh my!
Is that the little chicken I see? Nara runs off to a different pen, and you follow her over to an area containing what is very much the platonic ideal of a chicken. You know this guy?
Ooh!
Of course, he is my little man's prized chicken. He has won best in fair many times with this fine animal. You mean best in show? No, I do not think I do. You want to get something to eat? I think there's a fried food stall somewhere. Falinel probably has that. We do not have those in Falinel.
I'll add this to my research.
We should probably try it, though, just to be sure. I couldn't agree more. Several fried food items later, most of which you notice Nara discreetly throwing into the trash after a single bite when she thought you weren't looking. The many rides catch Nara's eye. Kristen, look! You follow her gaze to a roller coaster that looks like a torture device with new life breathed into it. How exhilarating! How dangerous! We simply must ride it! You cannot imagine this will go well.
Okay.
I have a very specific roller coaster from my town's fair that I'm imagining right now. And that's all I'm gonna say. You sure you don't want to try something a little more safe? Like what? You point at the nearby teacup ride. What about the most sophisticated ride? That could be fun. Alright. I must say, I did not take you for someone who preferred the tamer things in life.
Yeehaw!
No, yeah, I love the tame stuff. I'm team tame all the way, baby. Oh, I love the cameos in this one. There's Marianne sitting on the spinner, Zelda dying, Fabian and Maisie on their own little date. Turns out the teacup ride was a little less tame than you had anticipated. Well, at least for Nara. Maybe you shouldn't have chosen a ride that spins around right after eating way too much fried food. Whoops.
Oh.
Kristen, I am overcome with the most uncomfortable affliction.
So that's,
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
bad. At least this ride only lasts 5 minutes. How much longer do we have left? 4 minutes and 55 seconds? So cute.
Fancy seeing you here.
Okay, give me just a minute, and I'm gonna microwave this tea, and then I'm gonna be right back. Okay. Okay. Hello. Are we talking tea types? I don't know that I've had quite enough tea to like have a super, like, I'm not like a tea snob or anything at this point. I like I've said, I think I've mentioned this before, I've been really digging this tangerine tea that my family got. It's really good. Oh yeah, there goes my neck. Which is funny because I feel like I also mentioned this. I need to stop going. I feel like I've mentioned this in the past because it like, yeah, I probably mentioned most things on the stream before, and I will mention them again. But somebody else in my house, it's probably my fucking brother, bought tangerine juice. Oh my god, it is the most vile thing on the planet. It's so bitter. It's so bitter. Maybe it's just the brand. Like, maybe other brands, like, add more sugar to it or whatever. Like, I'm sure most orange juices have, like, added sugar. But, oh my god, I could not. I poured myself some and I could not finish the cup that I poured. It was that bad. But this tangerine tea is really good. But in terms of like a general kind of tea, I mean, I like a dessert tea. I'm easy to please. But I mean, like, if we're gonna be, if we're opening it up to, we're opening it up to like really broad strokes. What's your favorite kind of tea? I'll take any kind of boba, any kind of bubble tea, any day. Or just like a milk tea, you know what I mean? Like a cold milk tea, you know? Cold flavored milk tea. Even unflavored milk tea. Very good. I shouldn't talk about this too much, or I am going to really, really want a boba. And I'm trying to kick a bad DoorDash habit, okay? Not only am I trying to kick a bad DoorDash habit, but also the only place that we can that does offer like tea, like boba, to be DoorDashed in the area is not my preferred chain. Although it's the one that I go to more often now, because it's also the one that's within walking distance of my house. It's tragic. It's truly tragic. But the one that I really enjoy is like on the other side of town. And if I'm ever in the area, I will be getting a boba. That's just how it is. Well, I microwaved this for 20 seconds and it is still not the temperature. I like it when it's like real hot though. You know, I really need to get something to keep, like, tea is the one thing where I'm like, I need it to be really hot, and as soon as it cools down a little, I'm like, this sucks. Coffee, I can go for for a little bit. I mean, I do prefer iced coffee. Same thing with tea, really, but, oh my god, I forgot Josie was in here. What is she doing? Oh, she's just on top of my bookshelf. Okay. But, like, hot chocolate in particular, like, I will not microwave. Actually, I did microwave a hot chocolate the other day. But that's because it, like, wasn't, like, my tea kettle didn't heat up all the way. And so it was, like, warm chocolate. Like, it wasn't hot and, like, from the first sip. It needed, you know, it needs to at least start out hot. But, like, hot chocolate, I don't care if it starts to go cold. I keep drinking that shit. But it should start out hot. Anyways. Okay, let's get going.
Where to?
Yes, I did invite her. This is a great start. You fucked up.
Not cool.
After last week, you were so sure you were going to remember to buy some groceries to make the spaghetti from Lady and the Tramp, but they're both bugbears that you could use to finally kiss Nara. You were supposed to do all that 2 weeks ago when you were running errands, but then Nara gave you the smallest of cheek kisses and you panicked and got so distracted. And what were you supposed to do again? Lament the loss of your groceries to the power of love? Right.
Great job.
Unfortunately,
Applebee's.
you have ADHD, so you forgot to take your meds and then realized you had to take your meds, and then you remembered you hadn't gone to the grocery store to get something to eat with your meds. In short, you're unmedicated and panicking, and Nara is going to show up any minute now. Oh, or right now, by the sound of the enthusiastic knocking on the door of the manor, you guess she's right outside, eagerly awaiting for you. Fuck, she's cute. You haven't even seen her yet, Applebee's, okay? I understand you're gay, but come on. You gingerly opened the door.
Oh my.
Chris, oh no!
Adriel.
Nara, I forgot. Oh, it is quite alright, Kristen. We can always make use of what is already in your fridge. That's the problem. I forgot the ingredients, Nara. How am I supposed to make the best spaghetti you've ever had if I don't have the ingredients? That is not a problem, darling. I know living with so many HDs must be quite overwhelming at times. It is. I'm so strong and brave.
Let's
and brave and
order
also handsome. Yes, you are. We can simply purchase some sustenance from your local vendor. You mean the supermarket?
I'll add this to my
My my goodness, you must hold this market in high esteem to refer to it in such a way. To the market. Several minutes of traveling, you don't really remember later, you both arrive at the mall, making your way to the Food for You, Elmville's #1 place for food and also you. Is everything in the fucking mall? I know we only have the one background, but... Nara looks around. You try to find the usual spark of wonder in her eyes, but there is only slight confusion.
That's
Kristen, this is not a market. You're right, it's not a market. It's a supermarket. I see. A superb market.
Sorry, what was that?
Yes. But where are the vendors hawking their wares? Where are the magical items of everyday importance? What is a disc, and why do I have to be the one who counts it? A discount. No, it's a sales thing. It means you can pay less for something for a while, and then it goes up again. But why lower the price sometimes when it can be low at all times? I don't know. Do I look like a businesswoman to you? I do not know who that is. Well, let's focus on anything else. Like meat. I need that. Let's go look for meat. On your way to the meat section of the supermarket, you see Zelda a few aisles over, shoving an insane amount of wine into her shopping cart. You give her a wave and she smiles at you before hiding behind her hair and cramming even more wine into the cart. Nara looks at you strangely, which is becoming a bit of a pattern. Kristen, I did not know you were a socialite. Nara's ears droop. Why the long face? It seems as if everyone in Solus adores you. Don't fellow Nelvian people love you too? I think I've seen a couple elves bow deeply in your general direction when they see you coming. As they should, but...
Oh.
Nara sighs. Everyone knows me because I am a princess. Everyone knows you because you are Kristen. You know, you could build a life here too if you wanted.
Ugh.
Nara's brows immediately furrow. No, I cannot, and you know that. Uh-oh. No, I didn't mean it like...
How very
Oh,
sad.
I know how you meant it. Kristen, I am Nelvian. I was born there. I grew up there. One day I will be single-handedly responsible for its future. Yeah, but what about all that stuff you said before about how your parents and how much you hated there? Don't you want to leave it all behind?
Oh.
Nara sighs. Kristen, when I am here, I am a foreigner. But I know you do not think of me that way, but you used to. You can't help but silently agree.
You wound my heart.
I love Solus, and I am glad you have helped me realize that, but I will always be a foreigner here. Moving would not solve my problems, it would only create new ones. Arriving at the meat section, Nara gives the meat a concerned look. Kristen, they call this a delicatessen, yet they seem to be handling the meat rather roughly. In other areas, they call it a butcher, so...
This is how you people live?
Kristen, why is the butcher a heterosexual-looking man? Where are the butchers? They call it that because they may be butch, but I'm butcher.
How you...
Kristen, your mind is finer than 1,000 very fine things. Blushing at the compliment, you grab the nearest packet of meat, dash away, realize you probably don't want to use chopped liver to make meatballs, replace the packet, and run home, Nara in tow. Back at the Manor's kitchen, you puzzle over the spaghetti. You want to cook all of it at once, but half the noodles are sticking out of the pot. Seems like you need a PhD, pretty hard degree, to understand this. Babe, do you know how to cook this?
I wonder...
I am not entirely sure. I do not know Italian cuisine. The average fellow Nelvian does not even know Italians exist, much less their struggle to gain rights. How do you know more about Italians than supermarkets? Of course I know about Italians, silly. I'm an anthropologist, not an ignoramus.
Blimey.
You're an anthropologist? Yes, it is my area of study. Did you not know that? Where is Italy, anyway? Believe it is a province in the Baronies. Was Baron Italian? Wait, you have no time for this. Reese, my romance partner. It's a me, Baron. How long should you walk? Sorry. My bad. I accidentally yanked my microphone into my lap. Kristen, you have Google Maps for the PSP. You could know this. Yeah, this is true. How long should you wait for the pasta to boil so it can cook properly? Set a timer in your crystal. A recipe is a recipe, no matter how small. You've got this pasta stuff on lock. You even have time for at least 1 or 2 smooches before it's ready. Or maybe just some winks. You're too nervous to kiss her yet. Plus, the romantic dinner you're making should create just the right ambiance.
Oh my.
Kristen, your eye! Is this one of the symptoms of your lactose hypertolerance? You are such a coward. No, it's just a regular tolerance to life.
So inspiring.
But when you check the pasta, it's perfect. Great job, you. You make a mental note to learn more about Italian cuisine. If it's so easy even you can do it, maybe it's worth researching. As you finish preparing the pasta and the stuff that goes with it, you take the dishes over to the table Nara has set. There's no way either of you are trusting you with anything etiquette related ever again.
Cool.
And wow, this is good, as long as you avoid the vegetables. So much better than the fake magic salad. You wonder if there's a pasta-flavored protein bar. I do not think that is the best idea. Shit, did you say that out loud? You think you might have said that out loud. No, you're totally right, actually. Your illusion salad tastes so good. Nara giggles.
Fun.
Not to worry, Kristen. I can see you enjoying your pasta. The greenery, on the other hand. Would it kill you to eat a vegetable once in a blue moon, darling? Yes.
Oh my.
Oh no, is there yet another intolerance lurking beneath your physically healthy surface? Yes, I will die if I eat a single vegetable ever. My goodness, you are so strong and brave, darling. Yes, so strong and brave. Praise me. Well, I, for one, enjoy all of your cooking. It reminds me of this classic Silesian film. Girl, if you say Ratatouille right now. I've been thinking of Ratatouille this whole time because they keep saying things that sound like shit that they say in Ratatouille. You cross your fingers under the table and hope for a romantic movie to come out of Nara's mouth. Ratatouille, the most romantic movie of all time. Lady and the Tramp, but with bugbears. Okay.
Sorry, what
The
was that?
children's movie for children? Kristen, you were basing this on Lady and the Tramp, but with bugbears. So you should be fucking happy she just said that. The NARA movie, actually, for NARA. Shit, change the subject. So you watch movie? Yes, she watches movie, singular, like singular movie. Great job, Kristen. Yes, I do engage with this great Silesian art of cinema from time to time. Oh yeah, what's your favorite? Brokeback Mountain, but with centaurs. You vaguely recall suggesting that movie from under the largest cowboy hat you own. I'm surprised you watched it. Of course I did. It is a classic. What was your favorite part?
I wish I knew how to abdicate you.
When they said, I wish I knew how to abdicate you. Please don't laugh at the worst Silesian accent you've ever heard. She looks so earnest, so happy. Yeah, no, that's a great line, babe. Love that one. Oh, would you like to watch a movie together? Now, maybe? Yes, please, and also thank you. The two of you settle down on the sofa and watch Love, Actually. Love, Actually. A classic rom-com that is comedic and also romantic, and oh shit, this is the perfect time to kiss Nara. As the main couple on the screen kiss passionately, Nara's hand kinda nudges closer to yours. You take it. Is this a sign? Probably like ask first, just to be safe. You turn towards Nara and find she's already looking at you. Have you? Yes.
Oh.
So should we?
Doing
Yes.
this?
Both of you lean forward. It rules. You're kissing Nara and your mouth is on her mouth, and neither of you super know what to do with that for a moment, but then you close your eyes and it just kind of go for it. And it rules. You're kissing your girlfriend and it rules, and she rules and this rules, and it's right then, mid-kiss, that you know just how much better your life is with her in it. After a few minutes, you pull back and look at her. How is she so cute up close and far away? You feel so, so lucky.
This has been lovely, darling.
I thoroughly enjoyed our date today.
Really?
Yeah, no, me also, yes, and I agree, and also yes. Turns out, words are so hard right after you've been kissed stupid. This route has the best, like Kristen wording. Like, the way she speaks in this route and the way that the narrative, like, the narration, like, kind of matches the way that she speaks is so good. You think maybe that's fine with you, though. I think next time, we should perhaps conduct our date outdoors. I have something in mind I hope you will enjoy. Next date? Getting a little presumptuous, are we, princess? I see the tables have turned at my own expense. I can rectify this, but it means we will have to kiss again. Oh no, whatever will I do? Someone's calling. You look so red. What happened? Did you step on a rake like in a cartoon? Did you have that nightmare again where you were at school naked from the waist down, which would never happen in real life? Did you eat a tomato? No, I made a little dinner, and then we watched a little movie, and then we had a little kiss. Wow, huge moves. Yeah, I'm pretty much awesome at romance and cooking and kissing and stuff. You should call me Casanova. Get it? Because I'm like a Casanova, but with kissing. Hey, I'm the real Casanova here. You can't spell Casanova without Cas, after all. Man, now that I think about it, who even is Casanova? Is that even a real guy?
What an
I
interesting
think he was
mystery.
from somewhere in the Baronies? Italy, maybe? Anyway, that super doesn't matter. Great job on the kissing.
Nat 20.
Thanks. Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
Don't be weird about it.
So inspiring.
Aim.
Oh, we're
You know what?
I'm locked in. Just
Oh,
staring
babe.
down that next button.
my paladin.
I'm not blushing.
Let's make out or something. Blimey. Okay.
This is. Whoa there, cowboy.
Cool. Sick.
What the Kristen? Look at you.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm accidentally doing so many more tracker dates than I want to. Okay, I'm just gonna put my finger on the one key so I don't even have to
What was that?
look at what the choices are.
Hey, girlie.
Oh, sweetheart. Fancy seeing you here.
Whoa, Cass is here.
Not cool. I
She's
turned
third
into-
wheeling. Don't embarrass
Right.
me.
Okay, love you, bye.
Oh, really? I can't believe you.
You got it, cowboy. Hey, girlie. Hey.
Okay, final
Hi,
week.
Kristen. I missed. Hey, listen.
She said outside, right? A remote location in the woods. Could be far away, but I'm gonna pick outside for now. Yes, okay. You're alone in the woods at night, which is not how you thought this date would start, or any date for that matter. Nara told you to meet her in a remote location in the woods, and like the fool you are, you agreed. On days like these, you curse Cassandra for inventing women.
Sweet Cassandra.
Wait, what's that? Between the silhouettes of two trees ravaged by claw marks, casting a menacing shadow on the ground before you? No, it couldn't be. The bears that eat your hands are here. Oh, no, wait, no, it's just Nara.
Hello, darling.
Kristen! Nara, what the fuck?
Oh, my.
Oh, my apologies. I did not realize you would get lost so easily. I thought the writing I left on these trees might assist you in your journey. She gestures to the trees behind you. It's dark, so you have to squint to see it, but what you thought were claw marks are actually lines of perfect cursive script outlining exactly where you needed to go. Whoops. Nara, I can't read this. No, I have seen you read the phone before. Nora, I can't read this specific thing. Ah, I see. Let us blame the backwards Legion education system for refusing to teach you the more enlightened way to write. Nora, I can't see in the dark.
I'm sorry?
Really? Oh goodness, you poor thing. She pulls you in for a hug. How are you blushing? You've been dating her for weeks. I thought everyone had dark vision. How do you make it through each day? Because I can see during the day. It's the night that's the problem. Right. Let us go then.
Mommy.
Nara pulls back and leads you by the hand to a beautiful clearing where you get a great view of the stars. Wow. I agree. Wow. How did you find this place? I've never been here before. I was just wandering around one day and I found it. Really? Yes, really. Is it so hard to exist? I believe I exist outside of your periphery.
Okay.
No, it's just that you can't imagine her being outdoors most of the time. So much dirt, so many bears who could eat her beautiful hands. No. I will choose not to question this response. Amazing, wonderful, you love it here. Anyway, this is one of my favorite places outside of town. It is perfect for when I yearn for solitude. I even forbid my bodyguards from following me to the safe haven. You see the vague silhouette of a humanoid peer up from a tree behind Nara. You choose not to correct her. I get it. Sometimes you just want to be alone. Yes, exactly. There are times where I need space to exist away from the watchful eyes of everyone whose sole duty it is to keep me safe. I understand that. I mean, I don't, but I think I do. I do not expect you to be able to understand what it is like to uproot your whole life. I am constantly learning about the world around me and how people here perceive me. In Valinel, I always stand out. Here, I do not choose when I stand out or when I fit in. And because I come from a place with such different rules and traditions, others think of me as unintelligent. But you did not. So I wanted to bring you here to thank you. Sincerely.
Not cool.
Oh no, there have been so many times where you made fun of her for not knowing things and she just hadn't noticed, and she still doesn't notice. You have to do better for her. No problem, Babe. While you're busy dealing with the crushing weight of your sins, Nara has pulled an entire outdoor picnic table out of her pocket of holding and is already setting it for two. Wow, only 3 forks? You really held back. Well, yes, I am aware of your shortcomings regarding etiquette. If you really want to let loose, we could sit on the grass instead. It's what the Legions usually do on picnics.
I think not.
Kristen, I am not a denizen of the dirt and soil. For me to embrace the ground with my body in these clothes would be to debase myself as to one who exists on the same level as bugs. You don't like bugs? Not in this world or any other. Anything that has many legs belongs in a different plane. Which one? Literally any other plane than the one I am occupying. Yeah, okay, fair enough. As you both sit down, Nara pulls 2 charcuterie boards heaped with fancy meats and cheeses out of her pockets. How does she keep everything on the board? Shall we begin? This is it, the moment of truth. Do you remember how to use cutlery? It's this fork, you think? The one that's sticking out of the cheese? You could probably use it for meat, too. You slowly extend your arm in the vague direction of the cheese. Nara is silent. Your hand hovers over the little fork and the little cube. Nara's eyebrows rise. You grab the fork. Nara smiles.
How wonderful!
Yes, Kristen, I knew you could do it. You blush as you nibble on your cube like a little mouse. You did it! Wow, this is great cheese. Where did you get it? Oh, Kristen, we both know you could never afford it. And the meat? Nara gives you a look that says you know where this is going, so give up now.
This is totally great.
Oh, man. Perhaps in the far-flung future, when you reap the rewards of your many adventures, I shall tell you. She's so right. You've got to start spending all your money on things you don't need. Like protein bars and a subscription to all the wet and creepy gyms within a 5-mile radius of Elmville so you can rank them based on how wet and or creepy they are. And protein bars. So how rich are you going to be in the far-flung future on a scale of 1 to Dragon's Horde?
Ooh.
Nara giggles. Closer to the Dragon's Horde, I would say. But my near future consists of graduating from higher education, then traveling the world to learn more about other cultures so that I may better serve my people. Wow, sounds detailed. you not have a plan for the future? Not really, I just kind of do whatever I want. Surely there is something you hope to accomplish in the future.
So that's,
In this moment, you realize
Yeah.
you've never really planned for the future. You've always been too busy saving the world or doing your homework or saving the world as part of your homework. I don't know, but, if you want, spit it out already, Applebees.
Rodriel, you
I
surprised me.
want you to be a part of my life somehow. Maybe we travel together after we graduate, or one of us moves to live with the other, or maybe we're embroiled in some kind of toxic lesbian situation where we're trying to perpetuate the patriarchy and we search a million billion worlds just to find each other again and then we turn into cars. Are you sure about that last one? I mean, no, but you get what I mean. That unlocked a terrible memory for me of, Cursed Cars AU fanfiction. Not fanfiction that was specifically just for the movie Cars, but fanfiction for a different fandom where they AU'd them into the Cars universe. And it was smut. Maybe it wasn't even smut. I think it was smut, but it was like it was like improperly rated smut. It was like rated T, but it was definitely smut. But like also was it smut because they're cars and they didn't have genitals. To my knowledge. I didn't like that sounds really I don't remember reading it. I just remember talking to my friends and having one of my friends be like, yeah, this is cursed and also it should be rated E.
Oh, goodness.
I do, and the feeling is mutual. I would very much enjoy it if you were to be a part of my future. A rather significant part, even. So, like, where do we go from here? Like, it rules that we like each other and want to keep hanging out, but, like, now what, you know? What's the next step? Is that weird to ask? To be quite honest with you, I am thoroughly enjoying our current situation. To exist with you without rules or limits, that is how I would like to live the rest of my life.
How you?
Or should I amend at least the rest of yours? Between the adventuring and your egregiously short lifespan, I am almost certain to live much, much longer than you. In either event, it would be rather nice to continue on just as we are. I am very much enjoying the process of figuring out who we can be together. Holy shit, you can't believe that out of all the people she could possibly fall for, she chose you.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought you were gonna have a lot of rules, like wanting one kiss with tongue per fiscal quarter. And what is that? Well, a kiss is when you... No, not that, darling, a fiscal quarter. Right, the thing you don't really know the definition of. So, so there's this guy called Fiscal. Nara cradles her chin with her hands. She can't wait to hear this. And every year he flips a quarter. Naturally. If it's tails, we get 3 more months of winter. And if it is heads, then winter is over.
Fascinating.
She doesn't sound super fascinated. Is she being sarcastic? No, that doesn't sound like your Nara. Kristen, have you ever considered that perhaps you joke as a way to deflect from expressing your feelings? No. Great, then what form would you like our relationship to take in the future? Come on, Applebees, exists the urge. Don't make a joke to deflect from expressing your feelings. Don't make a joke to expect from... I mean, I'm down for whatever, I guess. Like, I think maybe I like you so much that I'm honestly good with anything that keeps you around. Like, I might even be in love with you, so, what you want is what I want. Holy fuck, that was super vulnerable and weird, but you did it. And you didn't even make a joke or anything.
I turn invisible.
Wait, did you say you were in love with her? Like, out loud? Holy fuck. You continue to amaze and astound me, Kristen Applebees.
Darling,
And
making me blush.
I love you too. And then, before either of you can go crazy with the stress of saying the word to each other, she kisses you. It's quick and soft and sweet, and she smiles at you when she pulls away, and you think you could probably, definitely, absolutely get used to this.
Really?
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
thank you
sick,
for
cool.
being in love with me too. That's cool. That's awesome. You're completely fucking short-circuiting, but it's not even your fault. No one should expect you to do words good right after your hot girlfriend says she loves you and then kisses you to death. I meant it when I said the ball's in your court, by the way. I do not believe your goblin friend is one of my subjects, my love. Man, I gotta get you an expressions dictionary or something. No, just like, whatever you want to do, whatever you want us to be, I'm good. It's all cool. Or on the off chance that you don't have any big plans, we could just see where life takes us. Figure it out when we get there. I don't know, I know that's not your style. I admire your ability to, I believe the Silesian expression is, go with the flow? I do not know how you manage it. Holy shit, your girlfriend just used this Silesian expression correctly. Praise Cassandra. You seem incredibly cavalier about what your future holds. And for once, I do not mean this as an insult. Okay, so you say it's not an insult, but like,
How
it is
very
not.
dare
I would never insult you, even once. That's a flat out lie, but you'll let it slide because she's so cute. And because she does seem pretty serious.
Okay.
And then you have to actually think about what she said for a minute. Huh. You really don't think about your future much, at least not with any real urgency. Riz and Adine would definitely rather you did, but also, like, kindly, lovingly, with all the tenderness in the world. They can fuck off. Have I told you about yes and also yes?
I'm sorry?
Yes and yes? Oh, okay, cool. No, wait, no, you did not. But you said yes? Right, and also yes. So I did tell you about them? Darling, no, that was me inquiring about them. Oh, this is getting very fantasy Abbott and Costello, which rules, but not when you're trying to be sincere for once. Okay, so they're like the gods I created? They are the fucking what? Yeah. In my freshman year, I kind of made up a couple gods, like, when I got fed up with the whole Helio thing. Nara looks like she's the one short-circuiting now. Serves her right for kissing you so good earlier. You made gods. Multiple gods, multiple of them, in your first year of upper school. Really want to choose what like it's hard. Yeah, probably shouldn't have, though. Nara makes that face she does. You've known her for long enough to recognize it. It means, oh, Kristen, I feel so very bad for you right now, but I'm trying to keep my royal poise, so I'm not going to get all blubbery on you.
Oh.
Yeah, that face, and her voice gets all soft with it, too. You're melting. Perhaps not, considering you seem to no longer worship them. But I think you must also have been a very powerful cleric to create them in the first place. Not many know how to wield the power they have. It takes time, thought, and intent. But that does not mean the power itself is not a gift. Please, proceed with your story. Right, okay, so basically Helio wasn't doing it for me anymore, right? And so I was kind of like, well, fuck, now I don't have a god, and if I'm gonna be a cleric, I kind of need one of those. So I panicked and made up these two gods that hardly even meant anything to me, just because I needed to figure it all out right fucking then so I could get on with the heroic destiny stuff.
Dude, seriously?
Except it didn't really work because they were super fucking annoying and they were always so sure of everything, which I guess was the point of them when I made them, but I was also like, fuck dude, I'm 15. I'm not sure of shit, I don't believe in you at all. Which really isn't the point of a god, and so they died. You'd think maybe Nara had seen it coming since she knows you don't worship those guys anymore, but saying out loud that they're dead makes it feel very, very real. For a second, she has some weird mixture of horror and admiration on her face, and then she forces herself back into royal neutrality in that way that she does. You killed two nascent gods in your process of adolescent self-discovery. Yup. You're a little afraid she's gonna be all super horrified at her god-killer girlfriend and leave, or maybe she'll laugh at you. You're not sure which is worse. I think I understand now. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why do you seem to care so little about the direction your future takes? It is beginning to make sense. At first I thought you simply had an alarming disregard for your own life, and judging by your diet, perhaps that is true to a degree. Hey, I have a serious medical condition. But I think that, going with the flow may be a form of worship for you. Have you considered this? Huh. You have not. That would actually make a stupid amount of sense.
Sweet Cassandra.
Oh my fucking Cassandra, I worship an ADHD god. Well, yes. So I guess Gallicaea stuff isn't like that for you. No, it is not. Galatea is ancient, darling, and largely unchanging, although some may disagree with the latter. Our method of worship in Falinel is ritual and traditional. In many ways, it looks the same now as it did millennia ago.
It's like my papa always says.
I suppose in some ways, structure, routine, that is worship for me. Following the path I have been given, executing my role to the best of my ability has always helped me feel closer to her. Huh, that never feels like weird and stifling? Not to me, not truly. Though less than others, I do have freedom to explore for myself what I want from life, but it is a comfort to know that I have a role to return to when my exploration has concluded. I'm glad it works for you, I really am. I think if some god tried to set out expectations for me like that, I would, actually straight up die. And that's coming from someone who's died before. I don't know, I prefer asking questions. And I having answers. Kinda seems like we're made for each other then, huh? You had meant for it to come out a little more jokey, so you could, wave it away if things got awkward, but you said it too quickly to control your tone, and you ended up sounding so fucking soft and goopy, and she's definitely gonna laugh at you now. You brace yourself for her to laugh at you. She doesn't laugh at you.
We are rather alike.
It would seem so. And then she kisses you, and it's somehow even better than the last time. Man, you don't think you'll ever get tired of kissing Nara. You make a mental note to thank Cassandra later for being such a good wingman. Or wing god? You pull away and stare into each other's eyes like dopes for a minute, but then, like she does, Nara decides it's time to move things along. I have something else planned for tonight as well. Darling, have you heard of the ancient Falinelvian practice of stargazing? Yeah, babe, we have stargazing here too. She gives you a look. But the way you do it in Falinel is probably, cooler or artsier or smarter or otherwise superior. Precisely. And then she pulls an entire mattress from her pocket with, silk sheets on it and everything. Your mind shatters a little bit, trying to perceive the physics of it all, so you close your eyes for a hot sec. When you open them, Nara is sitting cross-legged on it and patting the space next to her. You sit, and then she lays down. You lay down next to her. It's nice. You could get used to being with her like this. And then Nara takes out her crystal and, okay, it's a little rude to be scrolling on your phone in the middle of a big, tender, romantic moment, but maybe she just doesn't know that on account of just recently discovering the many wonders of phone.
I wonder.
When you look into the night sky, what captures your attention most? She's still pushing little icons on her phone, but it's clear her attention is fixed on you. All right, Applebee's, time to look at the sky and impress your girlfriend with the next words out of your mouth. All that empty space behind the stars. What's even out there, you know? Oh. For a long moment, everything is silent. You're a little worried you said something weird or somehow offensive, maybe there's some elven culture thing about the concept of space that you didn't know about. Did you accidentally step into a weird elven outer space faux pas? Why wouldn't Adan have warned you about this?
I wonder.
I had never wondered about the space behind the stars. It had never even crossed my mind. Did I make an outer space whoopsie? What? No. What? Darling, that's not a thing that exists. I simply meant that, well, it is very you to think about the potential of empty space.
Fascinating.
To make something out of nothing. I appreciate that. She likes it. You didn't make an outer space whoopsie, you made an outer space yeehaw! Score! So, why do you ask?
Oh my.
Oh! Nara practically shoves her phone into your face, and once your eyes focus, you see there's a bunch of tiny constellations on the screen. You have never seen this app in your life. Wait, holy fuck, you've never seen this app in your life, which means Nara found it all by herself. Hey, that rules! She rules!
So inspiring.
You rule. Well, not quite yet. I'm only a princess after all. No, I mean that, you're in the middle of preparing to explain that it was a compliment and not a statement on her royal position or whatever when you notice a sly smile creeping up on her face. Holy fuck, first she does phone and now she's got jokes too? Who is this girl and what has she done with your Nara? Damn, okay, you got me good. I digress. This, my darling, is what I am drawn towards when I look at the night sky. The patterns in the stars hold only minor significance in Valinel, but they were the first things I recognized when I arrived here. They are, at present, my strongest tether to home.
Perhaps Solace is not so bad after all.
Some of the stars that appear here are different from those in Valinel, but I have also found several familiar constellations. I've spent many nights working to identify them on my crystal. Tell me, Kristen, when you look up there, what shape do you see in the stars? You follow Nara's pointing finger and squint up the sky. It's a bit of a blurry mess of dots, and you don't have a super clear picture of any one thing, but you think you might maybe see horse. Well, that was a very noble effort. No, hey, look, there's the hooves, and the tail is over there, and then those two stars are the eyes, and the mane is, it's not important. That one was a throne. The hooves you are seeing are the legs, and the tail was the glittering back. What about the eyes? Those two stars? Those are two stars. They are not part of the throne. Appropriately enough, this is actually the constellation I was born under. It is said to indicate great health, brilliant success, and an inclination towards leadership. What constellation was I born under? My birthday is in June, if that helps. Nara begins tapping on her crystal, deep in thought. When she concentrates this hard, her tongue just barely pokes out of her through her teeth. It's so fucking cute. She's so fucking cute. You're so lucky. June, you say? Yes. In an instant, you are smothered by an avalanche of parchment, as Nara gives up on her stars app and instead digs through a pile of scrolls for several minutes. My apologies, Kristen. This may take a while. June simply does not exist where I come from. What?
Ooh.
Rejoice! Nara triumphantly holds up the tiniest scroll you've ever seen, which isn't saying much, but also this scroll is really small. Ah, it seems you are governed by the rarest constellation of all.
Cool. Sick.
Yeah, that makes sense since I'm like the chosen one twice over and stuff. What's it called? Ass. The constellation? Yes, Ass constellation. Oh. Yeah, okay, that tracks. Nara makes a big show of checking out your butt while she loads all of her scrolls back into her pocket. Indeed it does. Man, stars rule. I see why Cass has a whole thing about them. Thanks for showing me, babe. You are quite welcome. And truly, it is my pleasure to share this with you. I hope to share much with you in the future. Whatever that future may hold. She can't keep getting away with saying sweet stuff like this. She's making it literally impossible for you to not kiss her again. So you kiss her again, and you keep on kissing her. You're so incredibly in love with her, it's crazy. I know you're the princess here, but man, you make me feel like the richest guy in the world. Oh, my love, you are so cute when you do not make sense.
Ring, ring.
Kristen, give me all the details. It was really, really good, I think. She set up a cute little picnic, and then we did some stargazing. Oh, and we talked about life and the future and stuff. Kristen, that's huge for you. How did it go? A lot easier than I thought it'd be. I don't know, something about Nara just makes me want to think about that kind of stuff. The future, like with her. Ah, that is the cutest, most character developmentaliest thing you've ever said. I kid, but, well, I really am proud of you, Kristen. You know that, right? Yeah, I'm proud of me too. Okay. We're gonna finally, we're gonna do the opposite. We're school-pilled.
Hey, Girlie. Right, totally.
Good day to you, Miss Applebees. I accept.
Sorry.
I can't believe we didn't even get Girlie's first date until now.
Well met, Miss Applebees.
I don't think we got Lucy's first date either.
Sweet Cassandra.
Mother!
Nat 20.
Okay. Last one. Oh, and here's Lucy's first date. We managed to get one in with everyone. And a bunch in with Fig,
Hey,
Tracker, and Nara. Why did I forget Nara, the girl that I'm literally doing, and actually doing a stream about?
Rubina, Just chill.
Cool. Sick.
Hey, Girlie.
Right. The spring fling approaches.
Hey, Girlie.
Sorry, what was that?
Hey, listen. Kristen.
No, I totally get it. Yeehaw! Nat 20.
Okay. Nara it is. The day to ask Nara to the spring fling is finally here. Despite all the time you spent together, you're still not sure whether she'll say yes. You are incredibly worried about whether Nara will accept your invitation. You consider buying her a gift to bribe her, but quickly realize that everything you think she would want is either something she already owns or is too expensive. And she probably owns the expensive stuff already, too. And honestly, you can't afford to mess this up. When's the next time you're gonna date a cute princess who also likes you? Probably never. It's okay, you still have like 10 minutes before Nara arrives. Plenty of time to come up with the perfect speech, eat breakfast, put on deodorant.
Royal Highness
Hello!
has arrived.
Vampire! Now I'm Nara, silly. Right. Hey, also, how did you get in? Your front door was fully open. I assume this was an intentional choice on your part.
Right.
No, it was not. So why did you invite me here? Okay, it's time. You can do this.
No, it's weird to like my ex's.
Nara, I know we haven't known each other
Yeah.
for a long time, but I really like you, and I think we've grown really close, and I didn't think I would ever say this to the ex of my ex, but... Nara, would you like to go to prom with me? Ah, Beans, you've already fucked it up. It's not prom yet, dummy. It's the spring fling. It's okay. Breathe, Applebees. You've come back from worse fuck-ups than this. Much, much worse. Stay cool.
Kristen.
Kristen? Is this it? The moment where she makes your dreams come true? Are you sure this is the best time to promenade? Several small birds have told me that tonight is the night of your school dance. I think your time would be better spent preparing for that with your date. She doesn't think she's your date.
So that's,
Well, prom is another word
yeah.
for school dance, so... Oh! Oh! What do you think? Well, I have much to consider. On one hand, I've only known you for a matter of months. To make our relationship so public and so quickly would violate every rule of royal courtship that exists, and only one exists. Nara unfurls a large scroll, where did that come from, to reveal a tiny ornate script that looks like it has a bunch of thou and nots. You decide to take her word for it.
not cool.
Your heart sinks. Even after all this time, it seems Nara still places her royal duties before herself.
I wonder.
Unless we throw caution to the wind. That is what I love most about you, Kristen. Your ability to disregard all the rules for the sake of your friend. Or your girlfriend. Does this mean... Yes, Kristen. Would love nothing more than to go to the school dance with you. Yay! Oh, and she has little stars on her now instead. Like little star date. Okay.
So inspiring. Yeah. Wow.
The moment is here. The time is now. And you are definitely not pissing your pants about it. It's not because you spent all year planning for this as president of Solace's #1 high school, even though it probably should be. It's more about making sure Nara has a good time.
So that's,
Is she going to enjoy all of this? Is she
yeah.
going to enjoy any of this? Okay, calm down. Take a few breaths. If you panic, your super sick and metropolitan bow tie is going to look so off-balance, and Nara is going to make so much fun of you for it.
Hello, darling.
Kristen! Ah! Your body, mistaking Nara for a bear of the hand-eating variety, decides to karate chop in her vague direction.
Is that another solution?
I would join in, but unfortunately my clothes are too expensive to return your Silesian greeting. Nah, you're good. It's a Kristenian greeting. From me, Kristen. Me, Kristen. Halfway through talking to Nara, you realize what she's wearing, and it's the prettiest thing you've ever seen. And the goofiest. You are so in love right now. With her, specifically. Did you need to clarify? You did it anyway.
Oh my.
Are you alright, darling?
Surprised me.
You, hot. Yes, that adjective does describe my appearance at any given time. I'm glad you like my outfit, though. Yeah, no problem. So, hey, should I, show you around?
How wonderful.
Yes, that would be lovely. Trying not to sweat too much because you're linking arms with the most beautiful girl in the world, you both enter the main area of the prom. This currently consists of a dozen students singing along to Whitney Houston's I Want to Cast with Somebody. That's really good. Nara looks stressed. Oh no.
Oh.
These people are here dressed in very informal outfits. Uh-huh. The music is kind of fast and also loud and modern and Silesian. Yup. Also, these tables do not even have a single utensil on them. Finger food, baby. Right, yes, of course. You take her arm gently. You gonna be okay? Because we can leave if it's too much. I know I'm the president or whatever and I kind of have to be here or I'll die, but like, I just want you to... I want to be here.
Darling.
With you, I will be okay. You have never felt so loved, so cherished. You gently lead Nara over to a nearby table and decide to do something nice for her. As Nara sits at the table, you pour 2 glasses of punch and drape the smallest tissue you've ever seen on your arm. You are nothing if not a gentleman of chivalrous bravery. Braverous chivalry. You're a good guy. Returning a champion, you place one goblet in front of your princess, the other arm bent like you're a waiter. Milady. Nara's eyes go wide.
Oh, goodness.
Kristen! That's right, babe. I'm all chivalry now. Nara takes your hand in hers.
Darling.
You have never seemed more
much.
beautiful.
Let's
Should we
make out or
maybe
something.
get out of here? Yes, this is as much loud music as I can stomach, and if I drink this red beverage, I fear I may perish. Why? I have an allergy. To punch? To red beverage. Yeah, let's get out of here. That was sweet and silly. Yay! Okay, NARA route complete. So, that means next week we will be starting on tracker route, which will be interesting. We'll see how I feel about it. I'll go into my whole thing finally then about tracker, my whole thing with tracker. But
Bye, girlie.
there's that voice line again. But yeah, I will
Hey,
go.
girly.
And there she is. That's her voice. That's tracker. So I'll go into my whole thing with tracker. Then I'm not gonna get into it now. But I will say it has been a really long time since I watched not really long, but like it's been a few years since I watched any of Fantasy High, any of the 3 seasons that exist, but especially sophomore year, which was honestly the season that kind of soured me on tracker. So I don't think that my feelings about her are really like what they once were. You know what I mean? And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love a complicated woman. It's not that I'm a Kipper-Lily Copper Kettle defender until I die. It's just some of Tracker's specific negative character traits are basically just things that, like, she is so me in, like, me straight out of high school. We'll put it that way. She's me at, like, 18, 19. Like, I acted so much like her, and it makes me sick. Like, I'm not the kind of person who normally dislikes a character because they remind me of my bad traits, but, like, yeah, I'll get into it next week. But so tomorrow, if I'm feeling up for it, we will be doing Tinykin. Like I said, that's a very like it's like kind of like Pikmin, but the whole thing takes place inside of a house, and it's like 2D, and it's also kind of, I guess Pikmin is a collectathon too. But this is more like you're collecting lots of tiny little like tokens all the time and stuff like that. It's been a long time since I played it, but I remembered having a ton of fun when I did. It's a really cool like environment to explore, and I love games that are just like, let me explore this fun environment. I need to play more collectathons, I guess. But I usually don't like platforming. But this one makes it really fun and does not. I don't remember having platforming challenges that were like really frustrating me or anything. Anyways, that being said, I need to go microwave this tea again. So hopefully I will be back tomorrow with that. Any time that I say I will be back tomorrow, just like asterisks next to that. Maybe it will not be true if I feel bad that night. But yeah, if I'm not feeling down to stream, then I probably will post on my Tumblr about it. That is in the below. Anyways, okay, I need to give my throat a break. Okay, good night, y'all.